Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and honorable judges. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is SITI ZASKIA MUTIARA. I'm from Senior High School number 1, Bungo. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you to speak about the world I dream of in 20 years. A world where education is not just a privilege, but a promise. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 years from now, I dream of an Indonesia where justice and education stand all side by side, shaping a nation that is not only smart but also fair, a nation where every child from highlands of Papua to the coastlines of Aceh wakes up knowing that dreams are not defined by where they are born, but by how they are willing to try. But if we open our eyes today, we still see a different story. Many children study under leaking roofs. Some teachers travel through muddy roads just to reach their students. And thousands of schools still lack proper books, electricity, and internet access. Ladies and gentlemen, education should be a right, not a privilege. Yet, even when access improves, another challenge rises: corruption. The disease of dishonesty spreads quietly in our classrooms, in our offices, and even in our hearts. Some parents pay for better grades, some officials misuse school funds, and some students believe that cheating is the only way to win. In 2024, Indonesia's Anti-Corruption Commission called corruption in education a chronic disease. And they were right, because when cheating becomes normal, learning loses its meaning. When money replaces merit, we don't build a nation. We build a market where integrity is for sale. Ladies and gentlemen, but in the world I dream of in 20 years, this will change. I imagine a school not only filled with technology, but with values. Teachers who inspire curiosity and kindness, not fear. Students who compete not to defeat others, but to better themselves. Every classroom, from big cities to small islands, will have clean wall, good internet, and equal chances for every learner. Education will be digital, inclusive, and deeply human. Ladies and gentlemen, and justice will no longer just be a dream whispered in courtrooms. It will live in everyday life. Laws will protect the poor as strongly as they protect the powerful. Courts will judge fairly, not based on money or influence, but on truth. Every citizen will understand that justice begins with honesty and integrity starts from within. Ladies and gentlemen, in this dream, education and law are not separate worlds. They are two sides of the same coin. When schools teach fairness, courts will reflect it. When young people grow up with moral strength, corruption will fade like a shadow at sunrise. And justice is not written in laws, it is written in the minds of the educated. Ladies and gentlemen, so 20 years from now, I see an Indonesia where every child from remote village and urban cities studies side by side, equally, proudly, honestly, where no one needs to pay for the truth, and no one child has to abandon their dream because of poverty. And Indonesia where education builds character and laws protects dignity. And that is the world I dream of, a world where integrity shines brighter than power, where every lesson begins with fairness, and justice will not just live in books of law, but it will live in every Indonesian heart. I'm Siti ZASKIA MUTIARA. Thank you.